What if everything you see, hear, and feel is nothing more than a dream? What if the people you know, the places you've been, the events you swear really happened, are just images in a cosmic movie, a projection on the screen of your mind? And here's the most unsettling question of all. If this reality is an illusion, how would you even know? From the moment we open our eyes in the morning, we assume the world we wake into is real. The bed beneath us is solid. The light through the window is genuine sunlight. The sounds in the distance are events happening out there in an objective world. But what proof do we really have? Science, philosophy, and spirituality have all wrestled with this question for centuries. Is reality an independent, external truth? Or is it something created within us, a construct of our perception, shaped by the mind? The importance of this question goes beyond curiosity. If we understand what reality actually is, or isn't, we understand the foundation of our existence. And if we find that the foundation is not what we thought, our entire sense of purpose could change. Everything you know about the world arrives through your senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. But each of these senses is limited. Your eyes see only a tiny fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum. Your ears detect just a narrow range of frequencies. Your touch is easily tricked. Your taste can be masked. Your smell can be overwhelmed. This means you never experience reality directly. Only your brain's interpretation of sensory data. Think about that for a moment. You're not interacting with the world as it truly is. You're interacting with your brain's best guess. Neuroscience tells us the brain is not a passive receiver of truth. It's an active storyteller. It fills in gaps, smooths over contradictions, and creates a coherent narrative from incomplete and noisy information. You don't see the world as it is. You see a version of the world that your mind assembles moment by moment, a personal reality filtered through your beliefs, experiences, and expectations. In other words, reality might not be something out there. It might be something in here. Great thinkers have wrestled with this for centuries. Descartes famously asked, "How can I be certain that anything exists beyond my own mind?" His conclusion, "I think, therefore I am," was not proof of the outside world, only proof of the thinking self. Buddhist philosophy suggests that what we call reality is a fleeting dream, woven from impermanent sensations and thoughts. Some modern philosophers go further, asking whether our entire experience might be a simulation, a digital illusion generated by an advanced intelligence. Consider your dreams. When you dream, you believe the events are real until you wake up. You feel emotions, see vivid landscapes, meet people, face dangers. The dream feels real, and yet upon waking, you know it was all a creation of your mind. So here's the unsettling possibility. What if waking life is another layer of dreaming, and we simply haven't woken up yet? If reality is shaped or even created by consciousness, then it means we are not passive observers of the universe. We are participants, co-creators. In mysticism, this is often expressed as, the world is a mirror reflecting the state of your inner being. Change your consciousness, and you change the reality you experience. From this view, the question, is reality real, becomes less about finding an absolute answer and more about understanding the relationship between your awareness and what you perceive. If reality is an illusion or a simulation or a dream, does that mean nothing matters? Not at all. In fact, it might mean the opposite. It could mean that the reality you experience is uniquely yours, a personal stage upon which the drama of your growth, learning, and transformation unfolds. Whether the set is made of atoms or pixels, the experiences you have on it can be deeply meaningful. So how do we know what's real? We might never have a perfect test, but we can notice patterns. We can explore whether reality is consistent, whether it responds to our intentions, whether it reflects the inner states we hold. We can challenge the limits of perception through meditation, lucid dreaming, or altered states of consciousness. Experiences where the walls of normal reality start to dissolve, revealing something deeper. Mystical traditions often suggest that the real reality is beyond physical perception, that what we see is just the surface of a much greater, unseen truth. They tell us that to find what is real, we must look beyond form and into the formless, into the awareness that perceives rather than the things perceived. In this sense, reality is not what you look at, but the act of looking itself. So I'll leave you with this question. If you found out tomorrow that your entire life had been a dream, what would you do differently? Would you live with more courage, knowing nothing here could truly be lost? Would you love more openly, knowing every moment is fleeting? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's see how many different answers and different realities we can discover together. We may never fully prove whether reality is real in the way we think, but perhaps the greater truth is that the search itself transforms us. By questioning reality, we begin to wake up not necessarily from a dream, but into a deeper, more conscious way of living. So maybe the question is reality real? But how real can we become within it? Remember, the world you experience is shaped by the lens you look through. Clean that lens, expand it, fill it with light, and you may just find that the reality you once doubted is more wondrous and more alive than you ever imagined. If you want to keep exploring the boundaries of perception, consciousness, and the great mysteries of existence, subscribe to my newsletter. Together, we'll journey beyond the edges of the known to see what lies in the infinite unknown that waits for us all.